Are you aware of how many miles your food has traveled to get to your plate? Would you look at that? Let's take a closer look at all the food in your fridge. The average meal travels around 750 miles from the farm to plate. An avocado from Ecuador travels by barge almost 2,800 miles to get to your supermarket. That trip produces almost 600 pounds of carbon dioxide. Humans are now releasing a significant amount of CO2 into the atmosphere. Since the Industrial Revolution, fossil fuel emissions have increased by 90%, mostly due to human activity, which scientists call anthropogenic sources. These CO2 emissions are reaching levels much higher than what NASA scientists believe are safe, and therefore have become a serious threat towards all life on Earth. These increases in CO2 emissions have resulted in detrimental effects to the environment, human health, and our global economy. Ever since the 1990s, United States agricultural imports have been expanding. In 2013, the United States imported over 123 billion pounds of food. The average load of bananas imported into the U.S. is approximately 10 million pounds at a cost of about $5.97 per pound to ship. This results in a total cost of about $59,700,000 per shipment. Not only do we contribute to CO2 emissions by participating in the consumption of imported foods, but our personal vehicles account for nearly 1/5 of all U.S. CO2 emissions, totaling at about 10 million pounds of CO2 annually. Our entire transportation sector accounts for nearly 30% of all U.S. global emission, emitting 24 pounds of CO2 for every gallon of gas. Now, why does it matter? Because this will be our future if we do not cut down our CO2 emissions significantly. The environment isn't the only one hurting. The increase in CO2 in our atmosphere has been linked to an increase in asthma, stroke, lung disease, and an overall higher amount of deaths per year. The large amounts of CO2 that we breathe in can damage almost every part of our body, including our cardiovascular, respiratory, and nervous systems. Farmers markets are the perfect place to support local businesses and buy local goods. And not only does shopping at farmers markets help local businesses, but it also helps the environment. More than 85% of vendors at farmers markets travel fewer than 50 miles to sell their produce. While some may believe they can't afford organic or local foods, can you afford this? Take the time to find out how far the produce you're buying travels. Supermarkets may not have seasons, as produce is shipped in year-round, but you can be aware of what you buy, where it's coming from, and what's in season. We only have one Earth, and at the current rate we're going, there won't be much left for future generations. It's up to you and the choices you make about what produce you pick, so pick the right food.